and welcome back to Lovin Dubai show, where we take you through the top trending stories of what is happening in and around the city. Good morning, Shahir.
Good morning, Simi G. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah.
Decent?
Yeah. Whatever. Rolling with the
Well, it is the
punches.
last day of the week.
It is.
We made it, and guys, today's stories are rumors about Oreo biscuits not being halal have been debunked, and we will run you through that.
And also, Karen Wazen gets super candid.
New charges will now apply if you buy items from outside the UAE, so that practically means that your online shopping will be getting a whole lot more expensive.
And then Annika's got you covered with what to do this weekend.
And right after that, founder and CEO of HyperSpace, Alexander Heller, on the Meteor shower stunts in Dubai. And all the tea over there. But first, Shahir asked me a very controversial question.
It's not controversial.
It is controversial. Should guys pay on the first date?
I was asking you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the question you wanted to ask me.
Should guys pay on the first date?
It's so controversial. I don't know what to say to that.
I think yes.
That would be politically correct.
It's not about being politically correct. I think it's about chivalry. You know, chivalry's not dead. Might be a zombie, but not dead. That's one thing. 2, what happened to being a gentleman? And 3, heard of the gender pay gap? A lot goes into it.
You know what? You said it, not me. Coming from a man himself, you know what? I agree with point 1, point 2, point 3. I totally get equality. I feel like honestly, being super candid, first dates, fine. If you split the bill, okay. If the woman decides to pay for it, fine. But speaking as personally, I would like. If I see the date going somewhere and then I see the guy taking up the bill as well, I'll be super impressed, you know? And then from there, if it goes somewhere, it's like, cool, then you start splitting the bill, and then it's like you take one, I take one. But initially, you would want your first date you would want to be impressed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's the thing. How far down do you go into paying? Like, when do you split the bill? You know, that's the thing. At what point do you split the bill? I don't know. I feel like as long as someone's not asking you a simple question of, hey, do you want to split the bill? And then you freak out and make yourself look stupid because it's a simple question. I don't know. I don't think it's a thing.
You don't think it's a thing?
Like where you need to freak out over who splits the bill. I think a guy should do it just out of courtesy. And
would you pay for
I always pay
your first date?
100%.
And then from there, you would think about splitting it?
It depends on the person.
Oh.
It depends. Like, I don't know. I feel like...
do you think it's a hint for girls? Like, if the guy's asking you to split the bill on the first date, that means he doesn't see it going anywhere. Do you think it's a hint?
That's a very good question. Or maybe the guy's just cheap.
Like,
it could be one
generally, he's just cheap. Even if he really likes you, he's just cheap.
You know what? Yeah, there are so many date stories where, oh, I lost my wallet. Oh, let's split the bill. And it's just because that's actually 100% true. You don't see yourself... You want to impress the person.
Yeah.
If you see it going long term.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so
if the guy is not making an effort to impress you, that means he's not that interested.
Not the best of intentions there.
Not the best of intentions.
Wow.
Ooh.
We cracked the code.
We did crack the code. Okay, so technically, so sum up. If a guy pays for the first date.
If a guy pays for the first date, he's trying to impress you.
Yes.
He's into you. He wants to put his best foot forward.
Uh-huh.
Okay? If a guy doesn't, what are his intentions? Why does he want to pay for only half of the fries and a Coke, you know?
Maybe he doesn't see it go anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there you go. There you go. But guys, we will jump into our first story. It has been doing rounds on the internet for quite a while, and now we finally have clarification from the authorities themselves. So, I'll tell you all about it.
I'll tell you all about it.
Let me just think about it first. Do I want to tell them all about it? So, rumors about Oreo biscuits not being halal have been debunked. Now, initially, someone asked Oreo on Twitter if the cookies are halal, to which they responded by saying, some user responded to saying, no, Oreos are not halal. And they gave it no context at all. Now, after havoc took over social media, the UAE Ministry of Climate Change and Environment stepped in to debunk rumors and clarified that Oreo cookies are in fact halal after conducting a laboratory examination.
So the clarification was in response to claims that the product contains traces of alcohol and pig fat. It's now clear that Oreo does not contain animal origin ingredients or divergents such as grease or fat, with the laboratory examinations confirming that it conforms to what is mentioned on the food label.
Exactly. Now, regarding the claim that the biscuits contain alcoholic substances, the ministry said this is not true due to the dry nature of the product's composition, in addition to the results of the laboratory tests. Now, these were thorough laboratory tests that were conducted to ensure that these are halal and it meets all the the health guidelines and food regulations. And the Abu Dhabi Agriculture and Food Safety Authority also issued a statement saying there is no evidence to substantiate the rumors. MOCCAE and ADAFSA also called on public to avoid circulating any information without verifying its credibility. So it's so important. Like, we keep saying this. Anything you see on the internet, like, don't just blindly believe it. Make sure it's verified. Do your research, do your due diligence, and then only question it. Instead of just being a sheep, being a part of the herd, and
exactly. Especially if you're specifically just respond like all of this commotion came from one person saying no, but based on what? Based on what facts? Based on what expertise?
Yeah.
Based on what does the guy do for a living? I'm pretty sure it's not examining food products. That's the thing. We're very quick to jump the gun and assume things. But you should know better.
But for a lot of things, people just play sheep. Like, at one point, people are Oreos vegan? Oh wait, they are vegan. They're not vegan, and it's just like you don't research it yourself. You just go by what you've heard from someone else.
That's the thing. Trust no one. You should get it tatted. That's the thing. You can't just go off what you hear on the internet. You can't just go off based on what your friend says.
Yeah.
Always be critical. Always think. Is there more to this? Is there?
Correct. Yeah.
Did my accent change?
It did change. Where is it going with
honestly, one Google search and from a trusted source, from anything, I was going to say with the padlock, but we spoke about the padlocks not always being secure.
Yeah.
But you can research what you need to and get the answers online.
Okay, now speaking of food items, I want to tell you this joke a friend of mine told me yesterday.
Oh, I don't know where this is going to go.
It's so bad, but it's so good. Okay, you guys, so a husband every morning knocks on the fridge door, okay, before opening it. And after a while, the wife is just like, why do you do that? Like, every morning you knock on the fridge door before opening it? Any guesses? What happened there?
Wait, let me think. I can't. Like, what?
He's like, there may be a salad dressing in there. Come on! It's so bad that it's so good.
Good one. Sure thing.
We should make it a thing, like bad jokes. Dad jokes. One dad joke
You can do this with Casey. One dad. You know what they say? One dad joke a day keeps the doctor away.
I was thinking the same thing.
Telepathy.
Insane.
Telepathy. Moving on to our next story. So Karen Wazen gets super candid. This is in a conversation that she had. So Lebanese blogger and global stat icon Karen Wazen, along with her hubby Ilyas Bakhazi, appeared on Tracy Harmouch's interview series, What They Don't Tell Us, and dishes out on some important reminders for those dealing with career setbacks or just general constant criticism.
Now, she admits it takes a lot of growth for you to say, you know what, it is part of this industry. It has nothing to do with who I am as a person. And that goes on to say, at a time when you are low, dwelling on that isn't going to take you anywhere. Taking the steps you need to take to get yourself out of that situation is what will make the difference. And I feel like it is so, what she said is so significant. It sounds very simple, like, oh,
but it's
common
deep.
sense.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, it is deep. Like, when you're in that situation, when you're just blanketed with self-doubt, you don't know how to get out of it, and you just keep dwelling on it. But better than that is think of all the steps you need to take to get out of it, or to better yourself, or whatever you need to change, or evolution, or epiphanies, whatever you need to have. You make sure you get those things done. No one can help you get out of it than yourself.
Yeah, 100%. It might be difficult or a bit confusing to know what steps you're meant to take to get yourself out of that rut, but it is I don't want to say like a glass half full, half empty situation.
Yeah.
It's looking at what you have as opposed to what you don't have,
Yeah.
and the good instead of the bad.
Exactly. Count your
And
blessings.
exactly, and just shed more focus on what's gonna make
The
you feel better as
positive, yeah.
opposed to what's not.
100%, exactly. And if you guys check out the post on Karen and Tracy's Instagrams, you'll see that even in the comments, people are just like giving tips on how to deal with such situations. And one of the main ones is like your entourage, the people you keep around you, and your company, and they should just be able to ground you and all of that. Now, in the caption, Tracy Hamouche notes that it is important to remember that everyone faces setbacks in their lives and their careers, and it is how you handle and learn from these challenges that can ultimately determine your success. Consider using criticism as an opportunity to improve and grow. It can also be helpful to surround yourself with a supportive network of people who believe in you and your goals.
Which is literally what you just said.
Yeah.
It literally comes down to what everyone says. You are the 5 people you surround yourself around.
Your network is your net worth.
Your
not in this case.
Maybe your internal net worth.
Yeah.
Sure, that's a good way to see it.
No, I don't think in this situation that's what we mean over here. But it's just like having people who will ground you, who were there since day one.
It's about like self-fulfillment and just feeling secure. You know, you don't want to surround yourself by people that just give you negative energy, bad vibes.
I just want to like kiss up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and what's that gonna do you?
Yeah.
If your friends don't challenge you in some way anyway, what are they doing? You know, like.
Yeah.
I want my friends to tell me, hey, you're doing this wrong, but not to just like toot my horn and boost my ego for nothing.
Yeah, like you're doing this right or doing that.
Yeah.
Like giving you feedback on an everyday basis, like even, and maybe not even about your job, but you know, like as maybe to grow you as a person, if they get into like investments to like, you know, educate you on that as well. So you get into that with them. So you grow together, learn together, all those things.
Yeah, honestly, like just like as a whole, the people around you are going to make you or break you.
Exactly.
You know? That's the best way to put it.
So, guys, we're going to have Shahir shout-outs coming up very soon. So, drop in your comments what you'll think.
You know what time it is.
Not right now.
Damn it.
But right after this segment, new charges will now apply if you buy items from outside the UAE. So basically, like we said earlier, this means that your online shopping will get more expensive. Now, Dubai Customs issued a notice, number 5 of 2022. Items valued above 300 dirhams are now subject to customs clearance and customs duties. Now, if the value of the item exceeds 300 dirhams, here is what you need to factor in: 5% import customs duty charge and 5% value added tax, which is VAT.
Yeah, so from January 1st, basically 2023, tobacco products, e-cigarettes, and nicotine liquids of any value are subjected to a 200% customs and excise tax?
Or sin tax, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or sin tax. So tobacco products, e-cigarettes, vaping liquids are subject to higher custom duties at a rate of 200% in addition to the sin tax, which is applied also to sugary drinks. In 2017, the UAE introduced an excise tax on products which are harmful, which is basically a way to tell you, is it really worth it paying this much money when you can feel that much better?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like with smokers, like once you do get into like the habit of it, and once you are addicted to it, you are willing to pay whatever amount it is to, you know, get to have access to them.
Yeah, but like the whole thing with smokers and buying packs like abroad is that most, like for the majority of the world, it's cheaper to buy in your home country than the country you're going to.
Yeah.
And buying it in bulk and buying it through duty free, it's significantly cheaper. That's why they buy the strips and strips. And it's a lot, yes, but like in the long run, they're saving money. So I think that's the mentality that it comes from. It's not about like where you're able to buy and stuff like that.
Okay, makes sense.
You know, I don't know.
But okay,
I'm
going back to like just online shopping and like the fact that above 300 dirhams, you have these like additional charges now. It just puts a damper on all the online shopping. It just does.
Why?
But you know what? Shop local.
Yeah, well, but like why at the same time? Like
why?
Because think about it.
If I get like even 10 dirhams off my purchase, I'm happy. Now add
Yeah.
10 dirhams
No,
more
but
to my
that's what I'm
purchase.
saying. Okay, so ASOS free delivery over 300 dirhams anyway. So you're not paying for delivery. The tax is there. You know, like it's glass half full, half empty.
I just can't. Anyway, Shahir, shout outs, guys. It is that time. Let's get into it.
Guys, how's it going?
Petra is like true. She agrees with her point.
Thanks, Petra. I'm not sure which point you agreed on, but have a great day.
Okay, so I will give you the names. You get the shout outs. Okay.
Okay.
Nora.
Hey, Nora. How's it going? Have a beautiful morning and a great day ahead and amazing weekend.
Soma Alice.
Soma Alice, what a beautiful first and last name.
We have Petra again.
Aldo says, hey, Sim. Hey, Aldo, how's it going?
Aldo.
Good morning to you.
Hello. We have Bossy Karen.
Bossy Karen, what's up? Hope you have a great morning. If someone put a damper on your day, just keep going on.
Lily Water.
Lily Water, what a beautiful ethereal name.
Okay. Karan Sinha.
Karan Sinha, how's your day? Drop me a DM and let's catch up.
Irshad.
Irshad, Sabah al Khair. I'm assuming he's Arab.
Maybe.
Irshad's
Abdul Rahman.
Abdul Rahman, كيفك? Jum'ah Mubarakah.
Ashwin Namibiar.
Okay, Ashwin Nambiar.
Ashwin Nambiar.
I'm sorry, but your name potentially.
I'm so sorry.
But have a great day, buddy.
Morning fog. It's Guida. It's Guida.
It's Guida. It's giving vibes.
Altaf.
Altaf, good morning. How's it going? What's your weekend plans?
Cute. Shout out Shahir. Let's go.
Oh, Petra, I wish you both have a nice weekend. I hope your weekend's 10 times better because you deserve it.
Anastasia or Anastasia.
Anastasia, honestly, that's one of my favorite names in the world, genuinely.
All the various ways you can say it, Anastasia.
Anastasia.
Oh,
I was going to say that. But it's just a beautiful name.
Yeah, I think there's just 3 ways of saying it.
But 2 more ways than mine.
Oh,
you know?
Shahir.
People used to call me Shahir. I'm like, where are you getting that from?
Shahir.
So I feel some type of way. Anyways, moving on. I hope I didn't butcher that many people's names. Moving on, we have Annika with What's What this weekend. There's a lot. It's the second weekend of 2023.
Woo!
And she's got the lowdown on what you can do.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It is.
2023.
Time flies when you're having fun.
It's like it's 2022, Shahir. Get your facts right, but yeah.
I never get the year right. But yeah, guys, that's it. We from us from now. For now, I can't speak.
For now, right after the hot list, we will get back to you with interview that you guys want to watch if you're interested about what happened with the Meteor stunts. Guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Now, Dubai's most beautiful immersive experience park, Aya, has finally made it to Dubai at Wafi City Mall. And you can expect 40,000 square feet of jaw-dropping scenarios and 12 immersive rooms, each with its own experience. And to tell us more about it, we are joined by Alexandra Heller, founder and CEO of HyperSpace. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome. Thank you. Pleasure's all ours. So before we get started, can you tell us a bit more about yourself and HyperSpace and I in general?
Of course. So I'm from New York. I moved to Dubai about 4 years ago to start HyperSpace and to build future-forward entertainment attractions like Aya, which is our debut location. And so HyperSpace is an entertainment attractions developer. So we basically build the next generation of amusement parks, kind of new age digital meets physical attractions, kind of tying everything like IRL meets URL. So 1 foot physical, 1 foot digital, building entertainment for a new generation of consumers, a very kind of social media forward consumer. And so Aya is our first product to market. So we have 2 that we're building right now. Aya, which just opened, and then we have House of Hype, which is opening in Dubai Mall in Q2. So that's 100,000 square foot space. So that's like almost 3 times the size of Aya.
Yeah.
What can we expect over there?
That one's a bit different. That one is like, it plays like kind of like if TikTok and Fortnite had a big physical baby.
Oh, wow.
It's like a entertainment attraction powered by tokens and digital assets and all about like creating holographic sneakers and birthing avatars and tanks and augmented reality gaming and, you know, immersive body gaming, et cetera, et cetera. So it's very kind of like everything hype culture, everything gaming, everything social media in this physical front end. So that's a bit of a different attraction.
Yeah.
Aya is for a broader audience, Aya really looks at content, really looks at immersive experience. Aya is really like a portal to a universe far, far away. And so in Aya, you have 12 experience zones. You're really shot to, I mean, the easiest way to put it is, it's like building a world at the edge of the galaxy on the dark side of the farthest planet in the universe.
That's what it looks like.
It's just totally out there.
We see the videos and pictures and all the content on social media, and it looks amazing. Like, people just cannot get enough of that space and just all the creativity that's there. But that's what I was telling before the show, that he gives me the Big Apple vibes. Stayed in New York.
Most of our team is actually from New York. So we started the company in really like September 2020. So it was like right after COVID. The idea was born kind of right before COVID and really developed through COVID. And so the initial group was about 12 of us that moved from New York to Dubai to start HyperSpace. And so a really unique group of individuals, people that worked at, the likes of Google and Snapchat and Nike, building the future of retail and building the future of immersive experience and brand activation. And so, the proposition was basically, rather than build kind of unique experiences for brands to sell a product, the product should be the experience. So let's use technology, let's use social media, consumer behavior to build kind of this new format of entertainment attraction, which I think had kind of like found some level of traction globally pre-COVID, the idea of like the Instagram museum. Yeah. But I mean, what we've ultimately built is kind of a big step up on that.
Next level. It's next level. Did each of the 12 initial people that started with you, did everyone get a room?
No, not quite. No, much more of an integrated team. So we have a really extraordinary creative team. We were very lucky to bring over Desi Gonzalez and Rama Allen as the COO and CCO in the kind of first group, and they're really the kind of creative and production muscle. The sorts of talents that you often just don't get, out of New York, basically. Yeah. And so we moved them to Dubai to basically start the business. And so a lot of the creative identity of the space came from there. But Aya is, a content machine. Aya is like creating 2 full-length feature films and basically programming a video game in a park. So there's like 186 minutes of content in Aya. Yeah. So you'll walk into a room, you'll have a very unique experience. You'll walk out of the room and walk back in and kind of question if you were in there before. Because the content loops are so long and they're so diverse. So in 1 minute you'll be in the middle of an asteroid shower, in the next minute you'll be in the middle of the deep freeze chapter, a black hole. You'll be in a kind of morning segment of kind of avatars playing within some sort of like celestial landscape, and then all of a sudden it will be like looks like they're now on the surface of Mars, in the morning of Mars or whatever it might be. And so very like simply just very immersive spaces, highly interactive spaces too. So as the consumer, you are very much kind of controlling elements of the experience, making you feel very powerful. So you might touch an LED screen and create some sort of cosmic event in the space and feel kind of like the space has basically made you to feel very powerful and very significant. So it's very much built for social media consumption. That's really key. I think that when we looked at the kind of landscape for entertainment attractions globally, a lot of them were very like content art driven. And we wanted to drive it based on consumer behavior. Yeah. And so for us, one of the main keys was build spaces. Like you start building experiences from the vantage point of how someone looks in social media coming out of that. Amazing. So I would say our product is the social media you take out of the park. Yeah.
It literally sounds like you're stepping into an X-Men movie.
It does.
Or like Avatar. That's
you
insane.
should feel like a character in a movie a little bit. That's a good.
But as out of this world as the attraction is, so was the marketing for it. You guys had Meteor Stunts, so tell us about that. Whose genius idea was it, and how did you guys pull it off, and how was it?
It takes an army as always. So we have some really fantastic individuals on our creative team, obviously, as I mentioned. We have an extraordinary group on our marketing team. We really looked at, all the kind of marketing powers that be, for entertainment in the UAE. So, we managed to poach individuals from Museum of the Future and from MR Entertainment, et cetera, and bring them to our team and some of the kind of bigger agencies as well, and bring them to our team to kind of run what I think is, a really extraordinary campaign. So we started with the Meteor shower, Aya's landing, and so that was very exciting to
Aya's landing,
Aya's landing, and so it was like, something's coming from the universe. December seemed to be a kind of busy month for meteor showers in Dubai, and so we kind of fit into the mix. I would hope that the kind of CG that we use is a bit, stronger than most, and
so
kind
funny.
of. And so we worked with, we're very fortunate to have a bunch of kind of really great mega influencers that have worked with us and really great support from that community. So a lot of that started with Karen Wazen, who's actually an investor in our company. And so Karen really helped advise on, how to kind of engage an audience there. And then we ended up working with, a really extraordinary group. I'm going to miss some of them, but, Mo Vlogs and Maya Diab and Salama and Noor Stars and Karen. And so it was a list of about 10 or 15 mega influencers that we brought into the space to kind of shoot content with us and to create kind of these Aya movie trailers with them and do these big reveals, et cetera, around the meteor shower. And then we brought another, I want to say about 450 micro and macro influencers through the space pre-opening. So we built up quite a bit of buzz.
Oh, you guys did. It was all over social media. You just could not miss it.
But that's the thing. It was all over social. People don't enjoy going to amusement parks and taking pictures of roller coasters anymore. It just doesn't do it for anyone.
For sure.
This fits kids. This fits adults and people of all age ranges. What goes into conceptualizing ideas like that from start to finish?
Being super ambitious with technology, I think, is key. And really understanding, ultimately your product is a product for a consumer. And so you want to create, a space and the kind of content output that a consumer is very excited about. And so, thinking about, what does your social media look like when there's 100 other people in the room? Do you feel like your social media captures you as if you're in there alone? Finding these unique moments within the park, kind of creating this user experience that really feels like you're kind of diving down this portal. So when you leave the park, you're almost like leaving back to a sense of normality because you're down this vortex.
Take me back in.
Yes, exactly. It's like when you decide to leave, it's like coming to terms with the fact that you're leaving.
Yeah.
I think that's a really that was one of the creative briefs at the beginning was when you leave, you're supposed to say, I'm going to leave, and then you question whether you actually want to leave.
Why did I leave Aya?
Or, say, well, it takes you an extra 10 or 15 minutes to get yourself out of there because it's now you're back to your car and a highway and the white hallways of a mall. But this is uplifting. And so one of the biggest themes of the Aya is actually travel.
Yeah.
And so we always say it's travel to kind of a universe far away, travel to kind of a distant universe, et cetera. But just in one step, it's you don't have to get on an airplane to travel far away to a distant universe. And just the sensation of that is unique. But ultimately, it comes down to technology. I think that when you are able to understand consumer behavior, unique technology, being super ambitious with technology, that's how you create a great result. And so for us, the underbelly of Aya, the kind of servers and kind of the drivers and kind of systems that work within Aya to let that function is honestly just as much artistry as the actual park itself.
Amazing.
That is really cool. I mean, it's going to be a game changer in the terms of attractions. This is what people want to see now, amalgamation of digital meets experiences. And I need to ask, it's a hard-hitting question. What do people wear for the right pictures in Aya?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you one thing that I love about entertainment attractions and the social media outputs. It was one of our perceptions very early on. When people come to an attraction like Aya and they create all this content, then they look at their pictures and say, which ones am I going to post? And they have 10 or 15 killer pictures.
Yeah.
They say, well, I'm wearing the same clothes in every single picture. I have to go back in a new outfit to take pictures in X room or Y room, et cetera, to make my social media feel a little diverse. So these small little hooks are quite fun. I mean, I would say in Aya, probably, you can wear high heels, but probably best not to because there's tons of mirrors around and it's very kind of, the terrain in Aya is unique.
Okay.
You just want to...
But flowy, what would look good with the pictures? Flowy dresses?
Flowy
or
dresses
sneakers,
work well,
jeans?
sneakers. I mean, there's a bit of everything in Aya. So you can stand in Flora and you're in the middle of a bioluminescent garden with I think it's 600,000 fiber optics in the garden, all reactive to you. So yeah, I mean, there's content that we've created where we have lying underneath fiber optic trees and the like, and they look very angelic. And then other moments where a more kind of hype forward kind of streetwear outfit might look cooler in Tide. So to each their own.
12 rooms, that's 12 outfits. That's 12 Instagram posts.
You know what sounds good to us?
Fantastic.
We'll do it.
What's your favorite room?
Oof, my favorite room. I love Flora.
Mm-hmm.
I think Flora is really exciting. I think that for us, and I mean for me in particular, I really want to be fully immersed. I want to feel like I'm in a world where I just kind of like lose track of reality. And so Flora is that, Tides is that. The Tides is made up of 52 LED totems, and it's a fully mirrored room. Like in Aya, we made a few rooms that, like from an experience design perspective, you just never make because they just. It doesn't make sense from a maintenance standpoint. It doesn't make sense from like you have to clean them 4 times a day to make them still feel pristine, etc. But we went for it.
Yeah. 100%.
So they look great in pictures. So that's
all that matters.
That's all that matters, right?
It's just the pictures, yeah. And but why did you choose Dubai of all places to introduce Aya?
I've always been very curious with the kind of market in Dubai for the last like 6-7 years, and so moving here in late 2019, I really wanted to build a kind of new format company here. I think that there was a fair amount of growth in this sector pre-COVID, say from 2016 to 2019, a bit in the tech-enabled experience space, probably more in the analog space because it's a bit easier to stand up analog experiences. Dubai has this extraordinary tourist market. You have one of the most visited cities in the world. I think this year, hopefully, the most visited city in the world. Yet it's a young market still in terms of the offering. And so, what Dubai's done is they've built a lot of these larger offerings. But in terms of homegrown offerings, private sector offerings, you could spend a year being a tourist in Paris or New York, et cetera, because they've had, Paris has had hundreds of years to build cultural, entertainment, cultural attraction, et cetera, and old format and new format. Dubai is new in that sense. And so when you look at the market here, you look at the amount of tourists, you look at the nature of the resident audience here, #1 social media consuming country in the world, one of the top gaming countries in the world, a country that's really plugged in, kind of, demographically from a social media perspective, you have this extraordinary audience, yet you don't have necessarily the attractions to match. And that's not like, saying Dubai doesn't have what other cities have. Dubai has so much, but there's just still room in the market to put more there. And so we're seeing that with the early visitation. I mean, we're seeing, numbers that are, beating our projections by about 100%. On a day-to-day visitation, which is pretty cool.
Wow.
Man, if this was only there during Expo 2020,
100%.
it would have like leveled it up times 1,000.
But then it's like Expo's gone, and now we have this.
A part of, because basically in Expo, this is what we saw, like all these immersive attractions and like exactly what Aya is. And now we have like a whole part of Expo just there in Wafi City.
Exactly.
And it's at such an accessible location. Bang in the middle of the city. And how much does it cost to
visit Aya? 99 dirhams. Very attainable.
Right?
This is a mass market attraction. You have to remember, with every single visitor that comes through Aya, they are our marketeers. They're the ones that are showing Aya to the world. So we want the more people that come to Aya, the better. I mean, for us, where it's about kind of building an identity as a brand, building an identity as a company, and so we measure our success in revenue and in visitation, and visitation is very, very important.
Amazing.
That's such
thank
an
you
affordable
so much
price.
for your time.
I was gonna I was not even okay, so I asked the question not knowing it was like 99. I thought like maybe 150, 160. I'm like, okay, so like
99 is what people want to hear.
Yeah, that is
99 dirhams.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have a the CEO discount, but it's like we don't need one. It's
yeah,
pretty.
is that a thing? I'll still take it
For
for
you guys, it is, of course.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you guys.
So people can visit Aya at Wafi Mall.
Exactly.
What are the timings?
10 a.m. to 10 p.m. during the weekdays, 10 a.m. to midnight on the weekends. Tomorrow's supposed to rain, so it's a perfect day to visit Aya.
Woohoo!
We did our record day was on a rainy day, so
That's it. That's Dubai for you.
have to come by.
And on socials, where can they check out Aya?
Aya Universe.
Aya Universe.
Aya social is growing at a crazy rate. I think we're growing like 5-6% a day on our own social channels. So keep on following Aya. It's fantastic.
There you go, Aya Universe, guys. Get following, and we will see you same time, same place after the weekend on Monday morning. Bye.
This show is brought to you by the Augustus Media Podcast Network. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it.